What were the symptoms like?
Okay. At times, I don't know how to. You may know feeling dizzy, not okay, can't sleep.
Is it an uneasy feeling?
It's abnormal.
This is still our continual conversation on GhanaWeb's campaign to have Parliament pass a legislation on organ donations. We're at Latebi Okoshi to speak with Kweku. Kweku has been on dialysis for a while now. He's battling kidney disease. Kweku, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay, and we're glad that you allowed us into your space. I want us to begin from the start. When did you find out that you had this medical condition?
Okay. I completed SHS on 2015. So I did apply electricity, and I decided I would learn the field work.
Okay.
So I was working with a company in Kumasi called Atisu, electrical contractors.
Okay.
So I worked with them 1 year, which is 2016. So I picked my health insurance, and I was saying, early in the morning, I was saying, oh, throughout 2015, I didn't go to hospital. And my mom called me that he had sent me money, so I should go and renew the health insurance. So our office is at Edu.
Okay.
But the health insurance office is at Bantima. So I went to Bantima to do the renewal. So immediately I get down, my uncle sells TVs and those stuff at the downstairs. So I decided I'll pass there and then see.
That's in Edum. Oh, okay.
So that's Bantima.
Oh, sorry, Bantama. Yeah. So you moved from Edum to Bantama. Yeah. Okay.
So I passed there and I greeted him, and then immediately I came out. I wasn't on myself. Though I wasn't sick, but seems like I'm some way. So I decided now I have renewed my insurance. I'll pass Quadas for SDA and see. So I went there, and then the nurses, they will first check your blood pressure. So they checked my blood pressure, and it was very high. So the lady told me I should go and sit down for 30 minutes and come back. So I was there 30 minutes and then come back. Still, it was high. So we do it continuously till the night, 6 p.m. Still, it was high. So the doctor told me they can't allow me to go home with this high blood pressure. So they have to admit me at Quadas SDA. So I was there for 3 days. Still, the blood pressure was high. So the doctor told us it may be lead to renal failure, which is kidney disease. So they gave us a referral letter to come to Korle Bu to come and see a specialist. So I moved to Accra here. That's why I come to Accra.
Okay.
And then we went to see a specialist at medical block
At
Korle Bu. We did a lot of tests. Then they found out that the creatinine and then the urea is high. That's the symptoms of renal failure. So they admitted me on ward medical ward 3.
This all happened in 2016.
2016.
Okay.
Medical ward 3. So they decided they will monitor me and give me some drugs and see whether it will recover. But I was there for a month still. Then time I was passing the urine. All right, everything is okay. No symptoms of sickness, or I'm okay, I'm fit. But the lab test is showing there's a problem. So in the next month, I was still on ward. And I started getting the symptoms. So they told me.
What were the symptoms like?
Okay. At times, I don't know how to. You may know feeling dizzy, not okay, can't sleep. so many complicated.
There was just is it an uneasy feeling?
It's abnormal.
Okay.
So they told me then I have to start dialysis. So they first passed line on my neck. Yeah. So I was using my neck. That one is called Pemicat.
Okay.
So I used that one for I think 2 or 3 months, and it got infected.
Okay.
So they have to move to different place. And they came to my chest, which is here. They pass another line here. They remove this one. So I used this one, and then it came to a point they have to come and write Nobdeck at Kumasi.
You had to come and write Nobdeck?
Yes.
Okay.
Though I wasn't going to school, I was at the ward, but I said I won't allow it to pass. I'll come and write something.
You wanted to better your grades.
So I told them to cover it for me to come and write the exams and then come back. So they cover it, and then I came back to Kumasi and then write the exams. Then come back to hospital. And then this one too got infected.
For the second time, so the neckline got infected, the chest line as well, also got infected.
This one.
Okay.
So this is the first one. This is the second one.
Okay.
And then they have to do fistula. So this is the fistula. They will cut here and join the artery and the vein. The reason is the artery is under, but that one has high blood pressure. And then the machine needs the high pressure so that it can suck more blood for it to treat it and then take it back to the body. But because it's under, they will struggle before they will get it. But the veins are on top.
So they need to bypass
They have to join them.
Oh,
the artery and the vein, so that the pressure in the artery will pass through in the vein so that the machine will get the same pressure. So that's what they did here. But because I've been using it for a long time, that's why it has raised the muzzle has risen. Getting to 7 years.
Okay, so this is where you
So here's where I do dialysis.
Okay.
They pass one needle here and then another one here.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So eventually you started treatment in 2016, and you've been on dialysis for
7 years.
7 years. How has it been?
Very difficult.
Help us understand how difficult it's been financially. Has it affected your
Financially, emotionally, everything, physically, everything.
How has your life changed between then when you were healthy?
Totally changed.
Tell me some of the things you could do then that you can't do now.
I was very strong. At the age of 19 years, I was able to use my one hand to lift 25 liters of oil from ground to my head.
You lifted all the way.
The age of 19, I was very strong.
And that's just a lost memory. You can't do that again.
At times, even a bottle of water, you can't even pick it and then drink it.
You mean the normal
5 ml. It's not easy. Lost all of my energy.
You don't work? Do you work now?
Okay. I decided I won't stay home. I will go to school.
Okay.
Though I'm doing the dialysis, which is 2017. So I told my brother I want to go to school, and they said no, I should stay home. So I persisted that no, I'll go. So they made me buy form for Accra Poly.
Okay.
So I started. First semester, I passed all. I was doing electrical and electronic engineering, HND. Then they said, okay, you can do it. So continue. So I finished the HND, got a second class lower. But the time I was doing my service, my lecturers saw that I can do better, but because of my conditioning, so they made me as a teaching assistant at school.
Okay, so you were a teaching assistant at, that's now Accra Technical University. Okay.
Telecom.
Okay.
telecom department.
All right.
So I take that advantage to do my top up,
Okay.
which is the first degree, because I can come to school on 8 a.m. and close at 5, and then do the top up 2 hours.
Okay.
So I'll close at like 10 p.m. and then come home. So I said, okay, I'll do it.
And all this time you were battling this?
I do dialysis twice a week.
That's a lot of determination.
At the time I was doing my my top up, they gave us opportunity to go and do industrial attachment. That's where I made this Portuguese company, which is Etsey.
Okay.
So I did my industrial attachment over there, which is 3 months.
Which is which year?
3 months.
You did it which year?
2022.
You finished last year. So when you're doing your top up, you...
The time I was doing my top up, they gave us break to go and do industrial attachment for 3 months.
Okay, so you are still in school in 2023?
No, I've completed.
Okay. When did you finish the top up?
2022.
Okay. But before you completed, you had to do the industrial
attachment.
Okay, all right. And that was when you met this company?
Yes, okay. So after the 3 months, they employed me.
Okay.
So I was electrical engineer, but they don't have safety supervisor, which is so they told me I should work as safety supervisor. But when I got to the field, I'll work as electrical engineer. I'm a supervisor. I assemble the UPS batteries. I do a lot of things. I know how to do house wiring, everything. Then I know AutoCAD, which is
the app
you use for the electrical drawings and those stuff. So when I'm not feeling well, I'll be in the office, then doing the AutoCAD. But after dialysis, a day before, I can go to the field and work.
Which is an understanding your company had with you.
Yes.
I want us to just catch your breath just for a bit. We'll just take a quick break. When we return, we'll continue our conversation with Kweku. Remember that GhanaWeb's Excellence Awards 2023 is also open. It's a women's edition. You can visit www.GhanaWeb.com. You get all the details there on how to nominate who you think should win any of the categories. We'll be back shortly.
Here's how to nominate your favorite for the awards.
Visit www.GhanaWebExcellenceAwards.com and click Nominations bar or click the Nominations banner on www.GhanaWeb.com. Provide your personal details by entering your first and last names. Fill in your contact details, that is, phone number and email address. Select the appropriate category out of 17 options for your nominee. Provide the personal details of your nominee. Provide at least one or more social handles of your nominee. Tell us why she qualifies for the selected category and then proceed. You receive a pop-up with "Would you like to make another nomination?" If yes, click yes and go through the same process of nominating another woman. If no, click no and you are done nominating your nominee.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Have a goodness rich in milk and butter. In Alpha Cracker, Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
Still here with Kweku. Kweku has been battling with kidney disease for a while now. We're just talking about how you completed your degree and how you got a job. I see that you have some certificates here. This is one of your certificates. This is for your HND, right? This is for HND. So this is from Accra Technical University, National Board for Professional and Technical Examinations. So Kweku finished this in 2020. All right, and then you went on, took advantage, and did this, which is also from the ATU, Accra Technical University, and this December 2022. So you were able to do all this, and that's very, very impressive. Now you get to start working with this company. Tell me about the work there, and then also while you're still battling this disease. And are you still working there?
Okay. They just laid me off last week.
You were laid off?
Yes. We are done.
Okay.
We are done with the main contract is for Vomit. SG is subcontractors. We are doing the electrical part, plumbing, heat and ventilation. So we are done with our part. Mm-hmm. So now they are laying some of the workers off, like.
Because the main project is basically done. Okay.
The rest too, they are taking them to different sites, which is African Games, where they are building the stadium. They have project there.
Is that the one in Accra?
Yes, Accra.
Okay.
But my position, they already have something.
Somebody there, so
that's why they laid me off.
Ooh, that's going to be tough on you.
Very tough.
But generally, how was the working relationship? Your employers knew about your medical condition?
Yes, my boss knew.
Okay, and he was really lenient?
Yeah, so he very, very lenient. Though they are white, but they were very good. They gave me 2 days free to go for dialysis.
Okay.
When it's time for dialysis,
you don't
I just informed them I'm going for dialysis. So okay, and then I will leave.
And they don't take that out of your pay?
No. They pay me fully.
That's a very interesting
yes.
thing. Very, very good of your bosses.
Yes, Mr. Pedro and then his team.
And we're grateful.
All of them are, very grateful.
So now, no work.
No work.
You have to go back to Korle Bu to do dialysis.
But I was supposed to do it at Korle Bu, but now Korle Bu is not working.
But you were there all the while at Korle Bu?
Yes. The time I was working, I was doing it at Korle Bu. But getting to 2-3 months, Korle Bu is not functioning.
You mean now? Yes. In the last 2 to 3 months, Korle Bu is not been functioning. So how do you get dialysis?
That's the problem. You just move around and searching for private clinics.
Private?
Yes.
That sounds like more expensive.
More expensive than Korle Bu.
Korle Bu, how much did you used to pay?
At first, Korle Bu was, I think, 380.
380 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Okay.
But private, some are 500, 450, some are 800, 860.
Per session?
Yes.
You have to do 2 every
week. Yeah.
How do you pay for such a thing? Are you getting some kind of support for this kind of? How do you pay for them?
By Lord's grace. And then my family members, my brothers, they are working overnight.
But are they here?
Yes, they are here.
Okay, but they work overnight?
Yeah.
Just so they can help you?
Yeah. You
have only brothers?
I have sisters too.
Okay. And every one of them have been very supportive?
Yes, everybody.
That's really good to hear. Really good to hear. So now, the plan and then the agenda from GhanaWeb is to get Parliament of Ghana to pass a legislation. We are hopeful that as far as we can push the barriers on this, we can get Parliament to pass a legislation. The legislation will just be to allow for people to donate their organs. which is not something we have here. What do you think about this initiative?
To be helping.
It will greatly help.
Yeah.
And I know that you, for the longest that you've been there, I don't even want to quantify how much you might have spent on all of this, but you think that such an initiative would go on. Can you just, maybe you want to add your voice to the calls for maybe support, people like you who are on dialysis and all that? Would you want to add your voice to the call?
Yes. Some of us, though we are having kidney issues, but we may be important for the country, because where I was working, they were very, very impressive about my effort, though I wasn't feeling well. So if this project can come and help us to sustain us for small, I think we will benefit, and then the state too will benefit.
Now, before we say our goodbyes, I just want you to tell me just what kinds of, I know that it's a difficult question I'm going to ask, the plans you actually have. What kind of plans would you have wanted to achieve in your life if it wasn't for this kind of condition you're going through?
Okay, I wanted to become electrical engineer in military.
Because you actually wanted to join the military.
Yeah. Even the time I completed SHS, my father bought police form for me. They called me for medicals. The time I was at medical ward. That's where these things started.
So that means you couldn't even
go? Yeah. So I wanted to become electrical engineer in military. That's what I wanted. I did cadet 3 years at secondary school, which is what is a tech.
And that's all gone.
Yeah.
Now they're doing. But Kweku, away from all that, have you had anyone, or have you made an attempt to get a donor for the organ?
The donor is no problem, but the financial, because my brothers and my sisters are willing to do.
But it costs.
The cost.
What have they told you is the cost?
Okay, I read one is $60,000.
So that's a lot of money, and you are not sure you can get that money.
No.
So now it's not really about the donor, but it's about the finances. So that means if the money came today, you would definitely get one of your siblings to donate to you. All right, Kweku, thank you. And we're hopeful that this campaign goes as far as we can get. So the appeal is to any of you listening or watching this, wherever you are. People like Kweku are hopeful that they could get the finances. Maybe this goes to private organizations, corporate bodies, individual philanthropists, whoever is able to help to be able to get people like Kweku get back their livelihoods. And so thank you very much for joining us. My name is Atisu, and we're still continuing this campaign here at GhanaWeb to get Parliament to pass a legislation on organ donation. Hopefully, the next time we have this kind of conversation, it will be that Parliament has indeed gone ahead and passed the conversation. Once again, thank you for joining us. Until another time, be kind to one another.